What's up, Twitchlets? Future Twitchy here. This is currently December 20th, and yes, I know that I did record my last update video, this update video, on October 19th, but I was battling a bit of depression there from the end of October until about the middle of November. I am since feeling much better about my mental health, so with that being said, let's get right into the actual video. What's up, Twitchlets? My name is MrTwitchy, and welcome to my first ever update video. I'll try to keep this short, because I do have a tendency to ramble, but I did make a script for this, so I will occasionally be looking at that just to keep myself on track. So, first things first, this is still a hobby. I wouldn't be doing it if I'm not having fun, and I've been having a ton of fun on the Hero City podcast, and then also watching One Piece and Fire Force on my own, and posting screenshots in Townsy's Discord. The link will be in the pinned comment down below. So, since I started in January, I got a new job, and it affected my eyes so much so that I had to cut back on the amount of content I was making. Then I wanted to react to One Piece. I just bit off more than I can chew. So my backlog built up, and now I'm in a position where I'm at right now to where I have 15 to 20 videos in my backlog, and I needed to make this update video for my own sanity. So with that being said, let's get into the specific series that I'm either covering, have covered, or will be covering in the future. If editor Twitchy remembers, he'll put the timestamps up here for all the different series. And if you do enjoy any of the series that I'll talk about and or will be covering, drop a sub real quick. I'm trying to get to 100 by the end of the year. I don't think I'll make it given where I'm at right now, but we'll see. The more subs that I do get, though, that will boost my motivation to produce more content, so it's a win-win. All right, first up, we have the Promise Neverland. The status is that it is currently on hiatus. The last video that I released was chapter 50 for a reaction, and I have read up to chapter 56, so I got 2 videos in the backlog, which will not be taking precedence in terms of my editing schedule. There's just no need. The reason being is because my game plan moving forward with this series in particular, it will be one of the stream series that I'll be doing. More on that in a bit. Next up, we have Black Clover, which its status is also currently on hiatus. The last video that I released was chapters 247 and 248, and chapter 248 was the last chapter that I've read. Oh, hey, look, it's later. So I was originally planning on getting a new setup in August. It is currently October 19th as of today, but I've had some financial, let's just call them hiccups in the last couple of months. Obligations. Let's go with obligations. I've had a couple of financial obligations these last few months, so that plan has been postponed to get a new setup until February of next year. I want to do Black Clover as my first test video stream for my series, just because I have 2 issues with it. The first one being is I wasn't really feeling this war arc that's been going on, and secondly, people keep spoiling the shit out of me on that series. I don't know what it is, if it's the spiritual successor to Naruto and everyone just wants to talk about Naruto so much because they're hating on Boruto. I cannot keep getting spoiled on this series. Whether it be power-ups, whether it be new characters, whether it be backstories, you name it, I've gotten it in these last few months since I've put it on hiatus. But that's enough about Black Clover. Let's go into the next series. Next up, we have Demon Slayer, which its status is completed, except for the Rengoku one-shot spin-off chapter, which I will be reading. The reason why is despite the fact that I've only released about 14 chapter reactions to this series, it is the highest performing series on my channel. So, jokes aside, I genuinely wanted to say thank you to you all for watching the videos. The Demon Slayer numbers have been putting a smile on my face these last few months with everything that's been going on with the pandemic, so genuinely. I do plan on reading it next week, so the weekend of the 26th? 25th? Math. Just as a thank you to all the people that have been watching the series and supporting it, I want to give that one-shot reaction video out as soon as I can. The editing backlog is pretty high, so I'll see what I can do to push that out as soon as I can. So please look forward to that coming up in the near future. All right, next up is Attack on Titan, my favorite series of all time. The status is I'm reading it month to month. Of course I am. It's my favorite series. The last video that I released was chapter 129, but I have read up to chapter 133, so I have 4 videos in my backlog, which is disrespectful to my favorite series, and I promise to change that. So my game plan moving forward with this series is that I will prioritize the editing of it along with another one, and once I do get completely caught up, I might drop a discussion video with my boy Townsy and Vante. Shout out to both of them. We'll see. Not really much to say on Attack on Titan other than I'm really excited to share chapter 130 with you guys because I loved my reaction to that. Little egotistical, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well. All right, so from my favorite series of all time to an up-and-comer on my list, it's currently sitting at 3, is One Piece. The status is that it's actually on a current mini hiatus. I'll explain why. The last video that I released was my One Piece Return special video, which was up until episode 70. However, like I said in the beginning of the video, I have been watching One Piece on my own and posting screenshots in Townsy's Discord. I'm up to episode 209. So my game plan moving forward will actually be arc reviews. I did technically cover up until the start of the Arlong arc, but with my return special, I also talked about that and the Logtown arc. I still want to do arc reviews for both of those arcs just because I loved them so much, and based where I left off, I do want to do an arc review for each of the arcs that I've watched thus far. So, Reverse Mountain, Whiskey Peak, Kobe Meppo, Little Garden, Drum Island, Alabasta, Jaya, Skypiea, and G8. Even if I combine a couple of those, that's still looking at another 9 videos. I'm trying, guys. I don't think I'll be able to get out all those arc reviews before the end of the year, but hopefully I can at least get half of them out because I do want to scratch that One Piece itch and get back into watching new episodes. In addition to that, I did grab all 3 of the manga box sets for One Piece, so I want to do a reading of Romance Dawn, and then also once I watch through the second box set, I believe that there's another short little story or manga that Oda released, and I want to react and release that for you guys as well. Needless to say, I have a lot of One Piece content planned for the future, so if you'd like updates, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at MrTwitchy94 for more updates. All right, second to last, we have My Hero Academia Vigilantes, which is currently on a semi-hiatus status, which is different from the mini hiatus status of One Piece, just because I really enjoy My Hero Academia Vigilantes, but it's not the most hyped series of all time. It's just a good side meal for the mainline series. And I've sort of gotten into a pattern of reading Vigilantes once a month, even though it releases twice a month, sometimes 3 times a month, if we're lucky. So it's not really high on the priority list at the moment. The last video that I released for it was chapters 78 and 79, and the last chapter that I read was chapter 87. My game plan moving forward with this series is that I'll continue to do what I'm continuing to do, so I'll probably read it about once a month, maybe once every other week when they release, but like I said, it's not a priority. And then after I release chapters 80 and 81 for my reaction video, I'm gonna put that on the back burner so I can catch up on my other series. Speaking of other series, last up is the Golden Child My Hero Academia, which I love. It's my personal second favorite series of all time at the moment. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. But the status of it is that it's going to be a major focus on my channel alongside of Attack on Titan, just because I have so much content that I have not released on My Hero that I want to release before the end of the year. The last chapter that I released was chapter 276 and 277, but I've read, after today's update video, chapter 288, which means that I would have 10 videos in my backlog for My Hero Academia. I'm so sorry. I don't know how I got to that. Well, I do know how I got to this because I tried reacting to One Piece, and that was a mistake. But I don't know how it got this far, considering I love this series so much, but that will be a major focus moving forward, I promise. And another reason why I want to focus on it is because I have a number of theories that I've been crafting over the last half of this war arc. If you want a sneak peek, go ahead and take a look at the Hero City podcast playlist, also in the pinned comment down below. I've been dropping the bare bone theories in there with Townsy and the crew, but I'm gonna try to solidify those theories a little bit more, actually use panels in my theories, and then release videos on them. So if you'd like to see that in the future, like I said, go ahead and drop me a quick sub or like this video if you're excited. I don't know. I'm not used to asking for likes because I don't do it very often. but if you feel so inclined, go ahead and do so. All right, and then finally, I do have a couple of miscellaneous ideas for videos coming up in the near future, including a Funko Pop collection showcase, a manga collection showcase, the story behind my username, and then also my thoughts on thumbnails. If you haven't noticed already, I've been keeping a consistent and non-spoiler theme going with all those thumbnails for my channel, and that will continue in the future. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself with those, so if you did enjoy, guys, go ahead and drop me a quick like or a sub. My name is Mr. Twitchy. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.